Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a new chapter, real numbers. So first, let me give the introduction of these real numbers. So these real numbers have been obtained from the various numbers that we have learned in our lower classes. So first, we have learned about natural numbers, which are denoted by n. Next, we have learned whole numbers, which are denoted by w. Next, we have learned integers, which are denoted by z. Next, we learned rational numbers, which are denoted by q. Apart from these rational numbers, we have learned another type of numbers, which are irrational numbers, which are denoted by s. So the combination of rational means all the irrational numbers or all the rational numbers or one rational number, whatever it is. So these two combination or individually we can call it as real numbers, and it is denoted by r. So this is total number system. So this is the flow of the numbers. So first we have learned in our lower classes natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Next we have learned about rational numbers, irrational numbers. Today in this chapter we are going to learn about real numbers. So what is the definition of the real number here? Any rational number is a real number. Any irrational number is also a real number. So that may be the definition of the real number. Now, let us see the first concept in this real numbers. So the very important first topic is Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma. So it states that given a and b are two positive integers, there exists unique solution such that A is equals to BQ plus R, and the condition is 0 less than or equals to R less than B. So this is the definition of the Euclid's division lemma. So this is not a new definition. It is our old definition only. We have a definition called dividend is equals, in our lower classes we are on dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So this is the remainder theorem. So for every division this rule is applicable. So dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here in this formula A and B stands for dividend and divisor, Q means quotient, R means remainder. So the same formula is using Euclid's division lemma, and this Euclid's division lemma is only suitable for finding the HCF, highest common factor of numbers. So to find out the highest common factor of the numbers, we will use Euclid's division lemma. So Euclid's division lemma is suitable for finding the highest common factor of the numbers. So let us see how to find out this highest common factor by using the Euclid's division lemma. And I have written here A is equals to BQ plus R. A is equals to BQ plus R. And I have written a condition 0 less than or equals to R less than B. So this indicates that whatever the remainder means, whatever the B values remainder we have to take. For example, if we are given A is equals to 4Q plus 3, means since the B value is 4, so B value is 4 means the remainder, possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 3 only we have to take. Means less than the B value only we have to take the remainders. The possible remainders must be less than the B value. If B value is 4 means 0 to 3. If B value is 5 means 0 to 4. Like this. Okay, this will come across by taking some questions. First, let us learn how to find out the HCF by using this Euclid's division lemma. Let us take a question first. Find the HCF of 68 and 72 by Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma. So in this question, how we are going to find these answers here carefully. So here two numbers are there. We can assume the big number as A and small number as B. Always take big number as A, small number as B. So while finding the Euclid's division lemma, we have the formula A is equals to BQ plus R, where B is the other number. So let me substitute here. 72 is equals to 68 into plus. Means in place of this I have write quotient, in place of this I have write remainder. So to get this answer, let me divide 68 divided by 72. So in 68 table, 72 will be there one time. 68 1 is 68. So here it will be 4. So the remainder is 4 and quotient is 1. We can write here 1 and quotient remainder is 4. So this is the step 1. First step. Of course, no need of mentioning the steps here, but for understanding the first, this is the first line. Next, whatever the number that we have obtained here, that we need to take into consideration. Now, whatever the B number is there, that number you have to take as 68 is equals to remainder into plus. So observe the procedure here. Whatever the B value is there, that will come here, and the remainder we have to take here. This is the procedure. Or else, to understanding, we can take here. Now we have to take 4 table, which we are dividing by 68. So 4 1s 4, 2 28, 4 7s 28. So remainder is 0. So we can write here 17. Remainder is 0. So since we got remainder as 0, then we can say that HCF of the number is 17. Sorry, HCF of 68, 72 is 4. Highest common is 4. Let us take another question. Let me change numbers here. So find the HCF of 4052 and 12576. So these are the two numbers we need to find out the HCF. So as I already said that we need to take big number as A, which is 12576, and B value is 4052. Since we are finding HCF by Euclid's division lemma, so we have to write A is equals to BQ plus R format, where A is 12576 is equals to B value 4052 into plus. So here 4052, 4 we can take it as 2 times. Let me check 4052 into 2. So 2 2s 4, 5 2s 10, 1, 4 2s 8. So it will, we can take 2 times. So 12576 minus 8104. If I do subtraction, so the answer will be 4472. 4472. So it means we can take it as 3 times also, not 2 times, we can take 3 times. So 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 1 4 3s are 12. So 12576 024. So answer is remainder is 420. So we need to do the division very carefully. So after getting this answer, I already said that B value we have to take here 4052 is equals to 420 remainder into plus. So now we have to divide by 420. 420 into what number will get this? So let me check for 8 times. 420 into 8. 8 0 8, 8 2 16, 8 4 32, 33. So 3360. 420 into 9 if we check. 9 2 18, 4 9 36, 37, 3780. Okay, we can go with 9 times 3780 from 4052. 4052 we have to subtract 3780. So here 2 7 8 15, 9 minus 7 2, so 272. Next we need to take 420 is equals to 272 into plus. So the same continue until we get 0, we have to repeat the procedure here. So 270 means 27 to 54. So let us take one time. So 420 minus 272. Let us do subtraction of this. So if I do 420 minus 272, 10 minus 2 8, here 12, 12 minus 7 5, 4 and 1, 148. We can write here 148. Next 272 is equals to 148 into plus. So 148 once. So 272 minus 148, 4, 6 minus 4, 2, 1, 124. Next let us continue the procedure. So until we get 0, we have to keep on doing these numbers. Next 148 is equals to 124 into 1 plus 124, right? So 148 minus 124, 4, 2, 24. Next 124 is equals to 24 into plus. So 24 5 is 120. 5 to 10, 12, 120. So 5 is 120. How much remains here? 4. Next we are left with 24 is equals to 4 into 6 plus 0. So we got the HCF as 4. Since we got HCF, since we got the answer as 0, so we can HCF of the given numbers. What are the given numbers here? 1, 2, 5, 7, 2, and the second number is 1, 2, 5, 7, 6, and 4, 0, 5, 2 is 4. So the procedure will be like this, but until you get 0, we cannot find out the HCF. So finally we got here 0, the HCF will be the first number, that is 4. Let us take an exercise question, exercise 1.1. First question, which is 135 and 225. So for finding the HCF by using the Euclid's division lemma. So to do this, let A is equals to 225 and B is equals to 135. So we have the formula A is equals to BQ plus R. So where A value is 225, 225 is equals to 135 into plus. So 135, if I do double, it will become 270, which is more than this. So we can take 135 once. So 225 minus 135, it will be 9. So 90. So next we have to take 135 here, and whatever the remainder is there, 90 into plus. So 90 table, 92 to 180. So we can go with one time. So 91 is 90, 135 minus 90 will be 5, remainder 94, 45. So next we have to take 90 is equals to 45 into plus. So 45 table 2 times, 45 to 90 plus 0. So since we got the answer as 0, then we can say that HCF of 225 and 135 is 45. This is the HCF. So if you have any confusion regarding this, better to do division by side. For example, I don't know how to do this so we can do division directly like this. 135 divided by 225. 135 once, 135, the remainder is 90. So in place of quotient you write 1, in place of remainder you write 90. So these are A and B numbers. Next, the B number will come in the first place and remainder will come in the second place. So this procedure is repeated until we get the answer as 0. Let us take another question. Okay. Find the HCF of, this is not an exercise question, that is known question. Find the HCF of 420 and 130. So we are finding the HCF of these two numbers by using Euclid's division lemma only we are doing. So let A is equals to big number, which is 420, and B is equals to 130. So A as given, B as given. Now A is equals to BQ plus R is the formula. So A first number as such is equals to second number into plus. Means we don't know what is the quotient, what is the remainder. So let us first perform division here. 420. So 13 table, 26, 13, 39, 390. So 0, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. So 30 is the remainder. So we, in place of remainder write 3, in place of quotient write 3. So next we need to take 130 is equals to 30 into plus. So this is step 1. Next for step 2, you do another term division, that is 30 divided by 130. So 34 is 120, remainder is 10. So in place of remainder write 10, in place of quotient write 4. Next we are left with 30 is equals to 10 into plus. So 10 table we can easily guess that it is 3 times, the remainder is 0. So here we can write that HCF of 420 and 130 is 10. So this is about today's class, students. Just you make sure that HCF should be done, and moreover for every question better to do the division by side. If you are not that much sure about the answer, so better to do the division aside, and we can substitute the values easily.